Hello, class. This is Nicholas Amato with Human Resource Management 577 in spring 2018. And so for the second week of our online presentations, we talk about three theorists of which we found, or which we liked or didn't like, and what we thought about them. So the first one I wanted to start off with was Frederick Taylor, who came up with the idea of scientific management. Now, scientific management was when he came up with it in 1912, it was right after an industrial revolution. So people were looking for ways to crank out production way faster. And so by highly specializing and minimizing jobs and then timing how long it took everyone to do something, it in the ideas of management, they thought that they would be able to produce more, of which they did. It also alluded this idea to the workers that because they're producing more, their raises would go up, and which they did not. So it created this dissonance between scientific management and workers. When at first it worked well, but as it went on, it didn't work so well. What I don't like so much about it is how Frederick Taylor's idea of the job being so specialized and so small, the workers are highly replaceable, because if someone works on a job for a certain amount of time, they develop a knowledge and intuition regarding that job that could be shared. If you're constantly replacing workers because they're not producing fast enough, then the knowledge is left with it. I think Frederick Taylor had the right idea, as he was misunderstood because he wanted the workers to earn more. He thought this was the right way, but because their salaries weren't going up even though they were producing more, it wasn't very much liked by the workers. The next theorist I'd like to talk about is Henry Fayol and his 14 principles of management. I think what Henry Fayol did was excellent in defining the ways management should work with a team. The four things I thought were really important and stuck out to me is authority, equity, esprit de corps, and initiative. With authority, you have a sole person that's in charge that is able to direct people and assign jobs. It also has a head figure who can take accountability for the rest of the team. On top of that, the idea of equity among the rest of the workers creates a sense of a team that is a lot more efficient. I mean, for me personally, I've always been working with teams, and when people feel like others are above each other, even though they may be with age and experience, treating another as an equal only creates a better work environment. And so that's where it kind of goes into the esprit de corps, where if you have this great work environment, people will start enjoying the company or enjoying the agency of which they're working for. When they enjoy working for something, right, they want to see that succeed. They want to see the agency or the company succeed, so it brings on a little more initiative. Although all the other 10 principles of which he talked about, especially division of labor, unity of command, secular chain, those things were all great, but these are the four that I thought were stuck out the most and could create the most efficient working team. And then lastly, Mary Parker Follett. What I really liked about Mary Parker Follett was reciprocal relationship. Kind of like how I talked about in Henry Fayol with equity. I believe a team works best when everyone's working for each other. When people work for each other, it creates the community, and the community aspect is us. The community aspect drives people. The power over idea is also really good. When, unlike in Frederick Taylor's scientific management, where you just have one person timing you and then telling you you're not doing a good enough job, um, it when people are able to hold each other accountable within the workforce because they're all equal, it drives a more working relationship. So that's all for week 2. Thank you for your time.